This is the Peak Design Travel Backpack, and I've been a fan of Peak Design products for quite a while. They lean on the photography side of things, but Peak Design has a series of travel products that I utilize all the time when I travel. So when I'm traveling and want to take some photography gear with me, this bag is my go-to because it can hold everything, and we're going to walk through the bag. But I also have Peak Design's duffel bags that have been around for a long time. Absolutely fantastic and durable. This backpack is the latest addition to my Peak Design bag arsenal. I'll show you exactly why as we go through this bag, but let's kind of walk around the bag first. First of all, this is a large bag. It's not their largest bag, but it is close to their largest bag. They think they have 3 different sizes, and I went with the medium size, which I believe is the 30 liter. The reason that I went with this bag was because I was going to be traveling. I needed to take a few camera tools with me, but also clothing, and I wanted it all to be in one bag, and none of my other bags had that capacity. They had the ability to carry a ton of camera equipment or had the ability to carry a ton of clothing, but there wasn't really any way for me to have both camera gear and my clothing in the bag either. So let's walk around the outside of the bag, and then I'll show you the inside. I'll show you the camera cubes and all of that good stuff. So first of all, on the back of the bag, the ability to tuck your straps into the bag is absolutely huge. When I'm traveling, I have TSA pre-check. So when I go through and have to send my bag through the x-ray machine, I like to just tuck these out of the way so that they're not flapping around, getting stuck and getting hung up on the way through, which I always ran into with my other bags. I was like last minute trying to tuck and hide the straps underneath it, and then they'd end up popping out anyways. And I loved having the simplicity of being able to put these underneath the flaps here and stow them away. And then I have a handle right here as well, which makes it really easy for me to pick up the bag and grab it either off of the conveyor or off of the ground. Just absolutely great. And then it's just very easy just to pop these out, and they rotate around, and the straps are very comfortable. And then there's an adjustable cross strap here that you pop off and you slide into these other little slots just to adjust the height depending on what's more comfortable and where you want that cross strap resting. The cross strap is great because it doesn't allow the bag to sag on your shoulders. It holds it in there nice and tight. And when you're walking long distances, like through airports and stuff like that, very important to have the cross strap. Now, I will say, though I really do like Peak Design's clips and the way that everything works, this, snaps onto the other side. So we pull out the other strap, and this is going to just slide in here. And it doesn't slide in necessarily as easily as I would like. That was pretty easy, but when you're fussing with it and trying to get it on, you got to look and try and see where one of those little straps is. It can be kind of a pain, and it might be a bit easier if there was just some sort of a clasp or whatever that you would connect. I'm used to that on a lot of my other bags. It's not the end of the world. I still do really like it. And the width of all of these are designed this kind of a loop right here, but the width of these are designed really well for the Peak Design camera clip that allows you to just snap a camera right onto your bag straps or your shoulder straps for POV shooting, or even just having a camera ready to go. Perfect width for that. You'll also notice that these straps have a little bit of a curvature in them. The strap design is great for 2 different reasons. First of all, if you have broad shoulders, it allows the straps to still come over your shoulders and not feel like they're just underneath you all the time, which tends to happen. But also, if you are stowing these away, it allows everything to be nice and slim, and the straps aren't kicking out to the side like a lot of other bags are. Very comfortable this backpack is to wear long term, to wear for miles of walking. Definitely a very comfortable bag. We're gonna just rotate the bag around. You can see here we have spot for like ID storage. And so what I'll end up doing, because this is where you can store your tag that has, lost and found information. The last thing that I get rid of before I go through the metal detector at an airline is my driver's license. And I just shove it in there really quick and then put my bag through, and boom, it's easy, it's simple. This is not a super deep pocket, but it's deep enough definitely for like business card sized, credit cards, stuff like that. And you can have that accessible in there, and then it seals with a Velcro. I don't know how secure I would feel about just having stuff in here all the time because it's not the biggest Velcro attachment. But I mean, it's a great way to kind of store and hide stuff. But obviously there's a little tag on here that makes it look like there's identification in there. So I don't know. On the side of the bag, we also have a handle, which is great. We've got handles all the way around this bag, which makes it easy for you to pick up and carry. We also have significantly deep storage here on the side for something like a water bottle. You can even fit a tripod in there. If you have the Peak Design travel tripod, slides right in there. I have it off camera, but slides in there. And this is a deep enough pocket for our modern day large water bottles or our travel size tripods to slide right in there. And it's great. There's also side access to the bag here as well. And so I can open up the side access to the bag and get access to my camera cube or access to my clothes or whatever other stuff that I have in here. And just because of the orientation of the camera cube, it would make more sense for me to open it from the other side so that I can gain access to the camera cube. But having side access on the bag is great because back access is good. We'll look at that last as we go through and around the bag here. A back access allows you access to everything. Side access allows you just quick. You don't even have to take the bag off. You can be wearing it and get access to the side of the bag. So as we go all the way over, there's a few features of the bag here. You'll see these mounting points on the side of the bag. Well, underneath the bag here, there are straps that come out. And these straps detach, and you can see I haven't even used them yet because I haven't needed to use them yet. But these detach, you got the rubber bands, we'll just pull off here. And then I can attach this in a crisscross pattern to the bag. And this is another way to strap things down and secure them. You got to pull pretty good there, it snaps into place. And then, of course, I can adjust the tension very easily on this. And in a crisscross pattern here, I can attach things to the back of the bag. I could put a towel back here. I could put pretty much anything back here that's maybe not too heavy because anything too heavy might slip out the bottom. But with this attached on the back of the bag here, it gives me another way of carrying stuff on the back of the bag. And so using a towel, if I was going to take this bag with me to a shower or something like that, I can have my towel in here. I could put pretty much anything back here that would fit. And this strap's quite large. And of course, I'm going in a crisscross pattern with them right now, but you can go in any direction, even a shorter distance because there are tabs here, the halfway point as well. And then they all just stow away in this pouch. And this pouch goes halfway up the bag, and then it is a magnetic clasp down here on the bottom. So this is on the bottom of your bag, so you wouldn't necessarily want to store anything in here because if it was heavy enough to kind of detach the magnets, then it would just fall out the bottom of your bag. But for straps and things that are attached to the bag, it's not going to be a problem. And so we'll just unsnap those and then put them down here in the bottom of the bag, magnetic, holds them in place. Boom, we're back to a clean, nice, sleek looking bag. So we have a zipper pouch here, and this zipper pouch goes not too far down, I'd say about here. And so this is a great place for something like a phone. My iPhone 14 Pro Max fits in there perfectly. I could probably fit a handful of phones in there. Very nice soft pouch for quick access items. I could put my wallet in here and a few other things. Going through the airport, it's an easy place just to throw everything so that I can get back to it quickly. So nice small pouch for easy access. And then we have a much larger pouch here that zips almost all the way down the bag. So as you can see, it's say more than 3/4 of the way down the bag. And this opens up to a storage pouch that does go full length of the bag. We have zipper pouches here that you can store items in, and you'll see there's another zipper here as well. That means that when we have the bag opened up from the other side, you can access these pouches from both sides. Fantastic feature. So being able to access stuff here and store items in here like cables or accessories or toiletries or whatever you needed to store in here, we can also access from the bottom side of the bag as well, which is great. So looking at the other side of the backpack here, we have more zipper pouches. So another zipper pouch here, which we can gain access to and store items in, and then one that we can see through here as well. So it's got this mesh material and we can see through it. And it also has little slide areas in here, maybe for a pen or camera batteries or something like that. Small items that you want to keep from banging around and you want to keep them organized. So nice little organizer in there as well. And so lots of storage. I mean, tons of storage in this outer area of the bag. So we haven't even gotten to the inside of the bag yet. So as you're seeing already, just tons of possibilities with this bag. And then if we go over to the other side of the bag, you can see here we have another handle. We have another deep sleeve for water bottles or, water bottle on one side, tripod on the other side. Lots of options there. On top of that, you can zip this and you've got access here. This is not access to what you stick in here. This is a whole separate kind of hidden compartment. So you can see my hand going into the bag here, and it's not accessible through this pouch. And so this is an outer pouch that is on the outside of this pouch, but provides more storage. And so you can just kind of zip this up. And I mean, that zipper is almost impossible to see. You wouldn't even think that there's storage there. So that's a great hidden storage area where you could put documents, credit cards, things like that. And just nobody's going to know to look for it there unless they are inspecting this bag closely. I love that. And there's also one on the opposite side as well. So one of those on each side. So with that, let's also look at the bottom of the bag where there's another handle. So handles on the top, the bottom, the back, and the sides mean you can grab this bag from any angle and carry it comfortably, which can be a challenge with other bags. Having to carry them from specific angles, it can be quite frustrating. So let's tuck these straps back in, and then we'll go look at the inside of the bag and the camera cube as well. The storage cubes are awesome. Really, the real power of this bag is the ability to store things in a modular way inside of the bag. So let's open this up. All the way down to the bottom, it zips. And then it opens up. And we have the internals of the bag here. Before we look at that, let's look at the laptop sleeve, which due to my limited zoom range right now is a little challenging to see all of it. But this is a massive laptop sleeve that goes the full length of the back of the bag. And so if we unvelcro this here, we've got a sleeve that goes all the way down to the bottom here, all the way down to the bottom. And then there's also an internal sleeve for a tablet as well. So you have both a laptop sleeve that's going to support like an 18-inch laptop easily. A big gaming laptop would fit back here. And then you have another sleeve right in here that is for a tablet, which you're going to easily be able to fit like an iPad Pro or something like that in there. And then Velcro attaches to make sure that your stuff doesn't go sliding out when you open this. Now that we've talked about all the features of the bag, let's talk about the accessories that I've added to the bag. So this is the camera cube. This is, I believe, the medium camera cube. There's a small camera cube as well, which is this size. And so a small camera cube is equivalent to 1/2 of this camera cube. And the small camera cube is great because if you're just taking a small camera and maybe one lens with you and a few accessories, you could put that in the bag and it's only going to take up 1/3 of your bag. If you put the medium camera cube in here, it's going to take up 2/3 of your bag, leaving some extra room here. And then of course they have a large camera cube that you can put in here that fills the whole cavity of the internal of the bag. So what's a camera cube? Well, if we unzip this, you can see it has traditional camera bag storage in it. It's a cube because it's squared, as you can see, and square shaped. And I can fit a camera body with a lens here. I could fit accessories, a lens, maybe another lens, or accessories, another lens, a microphone, all sorts of stuff in here. And it's all separate from the rest of my bag. And I can lift this out, and this is a separate bag that I can take with me. It has handles. So here's that side access I was talking about. I can open up and get access to either lenses, or if I had a camera body on the side here, I can access the camera body from there. We also, on the flip side, have access there as well. And so probably what I did is I had the camera cube in here this way, which you would want the camera cube in your bag in this orientation. So that way, when you zipped the sides of your bags off, you can then zip another zipper and have access to your camera cube. But what's great about the camera cube is it keeps everything separate from the rest of your bag to easily get access to your camera equipment and not have all of your stuff banging around inside of a bag that doesn't have any dividers. So if we take out the camera cube, then we can see the backside of those storage pouches that I talked about that are accessible from both sides. I can zip this and I have the backside access to that pouch that was accessible from the front of the backpack. Now, these are how I store my clothes. These are Peak Design soft pouches. These are packing cubes is the official name, small size packing cubes. And they're very stretchy and they grow in size. And so I can fit a pair of jeans and a couple of t-shirts in here. I could fit multiple t-shirts. And so what I do is I'll have two of them. I'll have one of them that has either a pair of shorts and some shirts, or a pair of jeans and some shirts. And then I'll have the other one that has undergarments and socks and stuff like that. And both of these are just so squishy and soft and pliable and shape-shifting almost that it makes it very easy for them to conform to a smaller or a larger amount of stuff. So you can easily open these just simply by pulling on the tab, and the zippers are just, they're so smooth and they open so easily that you just pull that and it opens up and all of your stuff is right there. You also have an option to expand the size of it as well. So you can unzip this and it expands a little bit in size and makes it have larger capacity, which is great. And then there's also a side access to it as well that allows you just to open it from the side. So maybe you just need to grab something small out of there easily. Very easy to unzip this and grab something out of it. Then this, I think this is the one that I used on my last trip. I just needed one of them for a shorter trip. And these are absolutely great because when you get to the hotel room, you just pull this out. It has all of your clothes in it. You just roll them up nice and tight, put them in there, and then they fit nicely right in the top portion of your bag. And so the reason that I absolutely love this bag is because it checks so many boxes for me. It's a camera bag with the cube in it. Allows me to bring camera equipment with me and still have a useful bag for things like clothing and toiletries and whatnot. So that's what I love so much about a bag like this is its modular design. It's meant to be used in a variety of different ways, or even without the camera cube at all, it just becomes a massive cavity for you to put clothes, for you to put other things that you might be traveling with. For that, this bag leans way outside of it being a photography bag, a traditional photography bag, and more being an extremely useful, functional travel backpack that will get you anywhere with the things that are most important to you. So let me know what you think about this Peak Design bag. I mean, there are a lot of fantastic bags out there, some very smart minds designing bags these days. And I have to say, for where I'm at with needing to take photography equipment with me, with needing to take clothes and stuff because I'm traveling, this is one of the best options for me. Let me know what your thoughts are down in the comment section below. Let me know what bag you're using. I'd love to hear about that. So share that with me down in the comment section. I've got links in the description to the products that we looked at in this video. So I'd appreciate you clicking on those links and checking them out, seeing if they're the right option for you, seeing the other sizes and stuff that are available as well. Check out those links. Give this video a thumbs up if it was useful, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you back in the next one.